young they all are there. Will you please welcome Emma Watson, ladies and coming out, Emma Watson, one of the step. Here we go. Wow. Nice to have you here. Hey, that's, you look back at those films, I mean, that's a while back, but you're just babies in that, of course. How old were you when you made the first one?
I was about 10 years old. I just turned 10.
10 years old, and that's what, so you're 18 now, is that right? Or just about
19.
19? Okay, so way back, and you all look so young. I mean, Dan in particular looks tiny. He looks like he's about 6. He was small, though.
He was.
Yes, and he's grown a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he's a lovely guy, though. I mean, they're all of the guys. You kind of grown up with them, I guess. I mean, that's the biggest chunk of your childhood.
Definitely. They're like, they really are like my siblings. Really spent so much time with them.
You when you were, before you got the role, you'd read the books. You were a fan already of the books, I believe, weren't you? Those that had been out by that stage. How many times did you audition to get the part?
They found Dan very late in the process. He never actually kind of, he didn't kind of go in for auditions. He was kind of a friend and whatever. Anyway, so kind of they were trying to find the right Harry to go with. I think they had Rupert and I in place earlier on.
So they found you already?
They found us, and we kept auditioning with lots of different potential Harrys. So I did 8 auditions, maybe 8.
Wow,
something like
8
that.
with different. But you knew you had the part already when you were doing those auditions.
No.
That must have been just quite an awful ordeal then, in some way.
It was. It was like my life for like 3 or 4 months. I was just wanted it so badly.
And were they seeing other potential Hermiones, or were you the only one?
Actually, they were. They were. I remember being devastated coming into the studio and seeing another little girl who had actually been in films before. And I was like, oh, I'm never going to get it. She's had previous acting experience. She's, it's all over type thing. My dream is over. And to make matters worse, she was playing cards with another Harry. Wow. I was like, oh my God, they're making friends already. I'm definitely not going to get it. So by the time I got to my audition, I was just in pieces.
I know who you talk about, and that Dame Judi Dench is a bitch. She can play young as well, she can do the young parts. But you must have been, so the moment when you found out you had it, how did that happen? Who broke you the news to you?
We came into the studio for another audition, and David Heyman, who's the producer, sat us down in his office and said, you are the preferred candidate. I remember him saying that for the role.
You are the preferred candidate?
Yes.
So he didn't actually say you had it yet then?
Well, no, that was it. 5 minutes later, there was a picture of us online, and it was all going crazy.
That's weird, that kind of strange use of words, that you are the preferred candidate.
Yeah.
He was still hedging his bets up to the last minute.
Well, I guess. Maybe he didn't really want me.
So when you heard preferred candidate, did you think, great, I've got it, or did you think, what does that mean?
Probably. My 9-year-old self was like, yeah, good, got it.
Have I got it? Have I not?
No.
And presumably you're now beginning to think about when it's over. It's going to be a bit of a wrench, I would have thought. It's going to be kind of strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be strange. I mean, I'm being asked to talk about it a lot, but in a way, I've still got a lot ahead of me. We finished filming in April next year, so we've got a while to go, and then 2 more to be released, and the theme park, and it doesn't feel over.
There's a theme park, but you're involved in all that as well. Do you have to be involved in that, or you?
Actually, we were. We filmed a scene for one of the rides. One of it's going to be like interactive, and we're going to talk to you and stuff. After
you finish this, you've already got kind of the next few years planned out, haven't you? You're going off to study. You're going to university in America.
Yes.
Okay. Once again, that's an exciting thing. Exciting to look forward to. Why go to America? Why not stay here and do it?
Over here, you just have to choose one thing to study for 3 years, and I missed so much school, and it really appealed to me that in the States you can study this kind of really broad curriculum. You can take sort of up to 4 courses a term, and it's very open, and they really encourage you to do different stuff. And I'm really into art as well, so it was great.
Just better choices available.
Just more choice.
Here's the thing which is incredible, I think, is you've made these movies, you've been working on them, but also you've done so well with all your grades. This sounds kind of, I don't know, but you've got A's in all your GCSEs, is that right? And in your A-levels as well?
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations. That must be really hard to be studying when you're filming.
Yeah, it was tough. It was really tough. I felt very torn a lot, but It was so worth it. You know, I'm so excited about going to university, and you know, I want to have my cake and eat it. I want the best of both worlds. I want to do everything.
Yeah. But it's interesting you say that, because there must have been some things that you did miss out of, you know, the kind of normal things that kids go. What kind of things did you want to do more of, or did you sort of see your contemporaries do that you couldn't join in with?
Just, you know, if you're working really long hours, you know, maybe you can't make, I don't know, someone's birthday party or a sleepover or something that you know, but just I never felt like I was missing out because I was gaining so much.
Yeah, so what you got in return, the balance was
totally, and you know, and there were gaps in between filming, and I would always go back to school, so I'd get to see my friends then, and like my life felt like both parts were kind of a holiday, because I'd get a break from school and get to go and do something really exciting and fun, and I get to come back again and see all my friends again. So, I mean, I was always working, but it was exciting and fun.
How do boys deal with you when they see you out and about now? And if, you know, if you're in a club or in a party or something, you know, guys are going to want to talk to you, I guess. But they know who you are, or they think they know who you are. They know who Hermione is. Do they use that as a kind of way of trying to start a conversation with you?
It's amazing how many, I don't think you can even call them chat-up lines you can get out of broomsticks and wands and...
Well, it would be amazing, because none of the rest of us have ever heard one. So presumably they think I can use that great broomstick line I've been sitting on for years.
The other thing they do is they come up and they think, tragically, they think they're really original and really funny, and that I never will have heard this before. They come up and go, oh, you're the girl from Narnia, aren't you? Obviously they know that I'm not, but they think that it's funny because... whatever. I don't really know why they think it's funny. It's not actually that funny. But it's like, it's the 10th time I've heard that. Or maybe it was Lord of the Rings that some other guy 2 minutes ago did. But
I like the fact that obviously the guys, they do the gang, you're going, they're like that. Yeah, you're the girl from Narnia, innit? You're the Lord of the Rings king, innit? Lord of the Kings. Is there anyone in your life at the moment? Are you seeing anyone? Do you have a boyfriend?
I do, actually, yes. I do.
Fair enough. Well, I'm pleased to hear that, and I hope that goes well for you. Okay, let's talk about the new movie then, because the new movie is out on the 15th of July over here, I believe. It's Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and it's got pretty much the same cast that we've grown to know and we've grown to love. You've seen the finished film? You've seen the finished piece of work now? Okay.
Yes.
When do you guys get to see it? You going to see it together, or you have a kind of special screening?
I think Dan was in New York, he was doing Equus, so he couldn't see it at the same time. I think we saw it separately this time, but sometimes we all group together. And
did you see him in Equus? I went to see him on stage, and of course there was a big interest in the fact that he was going to be naked on stage.
I did.
It must have been strange for you guys who've worked with him for so long, to go and then see little Dan from Harry Potter standing there.
Yeah, we always do anything with him that way, but it was quite something. Yeah.
It's great fun and it's exciting. We see you there with Dan, of course, but what a great cast around you as well. You've got the great Michael Gambon on screen with you, Helena Bonham Carter, who's fantastic in it, and Alan Rickman as well. I love it when he's on. How is it working with those guys, and how has your relationship with those changed since you've grown up?
Well, I think when we were younger, we were just terrified of Alan Rickman, and now we sort of can have conversations with
He's still a bit scary though, isn't he?
No, not anymore. He's super nice. He's super nice. You forgot Jim Broadbent.
Jim Broadbent.
He's in this one.
He's terrific as well.
Brilliant.
Let me ask you about the relationship, the changing relationship in terms of your acting with the young performers you're with, because of course in the books we see that there's a kind of growing relationship between Hermione and Ron.
Yes.
Okay, and now you're going to have to bring that to life on screen. Yes. So there's going to be kind of romantic scenes, kissing scenes, and so on and so forth between you and Rupert, who you've grown up with and you've known, and presumably there isn't that actual. He's not your boyfriend, is he?
No.
No. So is that going to be something, seeing as you've known him for so long? Have you done any of those things yet?
Actually, we did the kiss 2 weeks ago, and it was the most horrible thing I've had to do. Not because Rupert isn't lovely, and there are millions of girls out there who would probably chop their left arm off to kiss him, but it just felt like incest. That's the only way I can describe it. But no.
Because he's like your brother. Yeah, of course. And so what? How did you prepare yourself? Did you just think about someone else, or did you just knuckle down and just?
Great thing about kissing is that you close your eyes. So.
Well, not always. You know, it's a bit of sometimes I open mine to see if the other person's looking.
So it's fine when I was actually kissing him because I had my eyes closed, so I could not think about the fact that it was him. The worst bit is when we had to open our eyes and look at each other, because then it was just like, and then we couldn't keep going. But no, we did it in the end. 6 takes, not bad.
6 takes is not bad.
Yeah.
Emma, I can't wait to see the final couple of movies. But I saw Half-Blood Prince with my kids. We really enjoyed it, and I'm going to go and see it again. It's so nice to see the fact that the movies are keeping up the quality. It's fantastic. I can't wait to see the last few. But it is going to be, you know, I would have thought quite an emotional thing for you and for Dan, for Rupert, and for the rest of the cast when it ends.
Yeah, I think it will be. Yeah, inevitably it will be. I mean, it's been like our whole lives. It's been what everything has revolved around for the three of us. So it will be very strange.
But you keep in touch at the moment anyway when you're not filming, don't you? I mean, you're kind of in touch and you're friends and you hang out together a bit. So that won't necessarily end.
This is true. But, you know, when I don't get offered any scripts or any good parts, and in 30 years, I'm sure they'll do a remake, and maybe I can play Professor McGonagall or something.
Well,
like
you're still the preferred choice of all of us for Hermione. So thank you so much, and congratulations on the movies. But perhaps more importantly, congratulations on all the A-level results, because that's really something. How lovely to have you here, Emma Watson, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.